Okay, one last tip, and then I'm going to pull away from these tips and we'll move into some more practical things around business building again. But this is a fun one. So this you can do with either a coach or a client. But what I'd love to challenge you to do is to listen to the words that yourself or your client are using to describe their feelings. And what you might find is that there's one really big bucket that basically describes all of their feelings. So in other words, if I'm anxious, I'll use the word anxious for everything. And what happens from a neuroscience perspective is when I start to use that word anxious, I start to connect all these other feelings that are associated with it that are not necessarily what I was originally feeling. But because I've now associated the word anxious with what I'm feeling, it starts to rear up all that anxiety. The same thing could happen with anger or frustration or any other word. And so we have an opportunity with our clients to help them to become more specific about what they're actually feeling. So if you start seeing them drawing from that big bucket of that singular word that seems to get applied to a lot of different situations, simply pause and ask them, if there's another word that you might use besides anxious for this, what might be the word? And it's amazing how they start to tap into other emotions and feelings, which pull them away from sort of this big bucket and helps them to distinguish one emotion from the other, which then allows them to work through a situation with greater ease. Try it. It's amazing, even with ourselves, how we might find ourselves using one particular word all the time. Put an ixnay on that. In other words, a moratorium. Stop using that word and let's see what other words might come up to describe what's really going on for you and for those around you. Have a great day.